Good afternoon. Welcome to Fluttering in the Spirit Tarot. Today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. This is a reading for the sign of Aquarius. Please take what fits here and leave the rest. Please subscribe, follow, and like this video. We will go ahead and see what's in your energy today. We're going to go ahead and cut the deck here. Spirits, please help with this message today. We have on the back of the deck the Eight of Wands. I'm going to go ahead and pull the guidebook for this tarot deck. This is the Adventure Tarot by Elizabeth Sue and artworks by Jenny Chang. Okay, so this is in reverse here. We see someone enjoying themselves. Okay, so with the Eight of Wands in reverse, this is someone who's releasing effort. So you may be putting in a lot of effort in your life at this time into something. The Eight of Wands in reverse. You may be feeling a little frustrated. Trying to exercise patience with whatever this is that you've been working on. So with the Eight of Wands, follow the ease. The Eight of Wands greets us with a nudge to take note of where we're being intuitively led. What feels fun and easy? What are we excited to work on? Where are we naturally spending our energy? These are all clues that indicate what's aligned for us at any given moment. The mind can trip us up by trying to force us to follow through with something just because. So thank goodness the Eight of Wands is here to say you don't have to do anything you don't want to. If something is feeling like too much, look for a way to make it easier. If you're overloaded with ideas, go with one that carries the most energy. If you're feeling stuck, back away until you find a flow again. The medicine of the Eight of Wands is to stop pushing yourself. You may not always logically understand why you're being guided in a certain direction, but that's okay. Your job is to just listen for these nudges, ride the wave, and trust in the process. And as you can see, this person here is definitely riding the wave and trusting the process. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what else is in the energy here. Give these a little bit of a shuffle. Spirit, what is the message for Aquarius? High vibration energy. It's important to always try to stay in a high vibration. If you are functioning in a low vibration, then you're definitely going to struggle in everything you're doing, carrying burdens from the past and past energy. So there may have been something that you were carrying from the past that has made you feel frustrated. There may have been miscommunication, poor judgment, potentially. Let's see if we can get one more. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. We have a quote. In a real dark night of the soul, it's always 3 o'clock in the morning, day after day. And that is something that I found when I'm in a lot of mental distress. I tend to wake up around that hour. F. Scott Fitzgerald is the author of that quote. With the Nine of Swords here coming out in a reverse. Yeah, you may be having a hard time sleeping. But as you begin to try to take some of that frustration and kind of just go with the flow of things and stop holding on to burdens from the past that you have, whether these are burdens that potentially maybe you've tried to put aside but are having trouble doing so. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to get some more clarity here. Let's pull some tarot. I think I'm also going to pull a couple truth oracles just to see if we can get maybe a little more clarification on what it is from the past, exactly what it is that you need to stop carrying. Okay, so we have hope in reverse, wishing, expecting, or desiring. So it looks like you've lost hope in regards to a situation. Spirit, give me one more for Aquarius. Okay, I knew that one was going to fall. It just fell very slowly to the floor. Let's see what we got. This is in reverse too as well. So street circulation, sports exhibit. Circulation. Something you've been exhibiting in past energy. It's in reverse. We'll get some more clarity with the tarot here. Spirit white is high vibration energy here. Temperance in reverse. Okay, so when we see temperance in reverse, that can be, I was going to say a lack of balance, instability in your energy. I feel like you may really make an effort to stay in a high vibration energy. However, there are things and conflicts in your life that make it hard to do so. And that's caused you to have a lack of faith at times. When you do try to push for the result that you want in a situation, it seems to just bring conflict and fights. Okay. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. Carrying burdens from the past. Spirit, tell me more about this. We have the Ace Swords. This is coming out in a reverse. Where'd the book go? So with the Ace of Swords, I'll put in the book in a moment. This can refer to burdens that you've been carrying from the past, may be causing chaos in your life and making things very unclear and causing confusion. This may at times take you out of character or out of the character that you want to be in with this positive vibration energy that you're striving for, and cause you to sometimes overstep or misuse your power trying to deal with these burdens. This could make you feel defeated and unheard. There's the book. Ace of Swords in reverse refers to releasing excuses. So you may be making some excuses when it comes to this, could be for other people potentially. You may be taking on the burden of other people, or even making excuses for yourself where there might need to be more accountability potentially. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Spirit, why is the Nine of Swords here for Aquarius? A lot of sleepless nights. Another dropped card. Okay, so we have the Guide of Cups. I believe this is the King of Cups. Let me make sure I'm correct there. So that could be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. And with the Guide of Cups, this is someone trying to keep their emotions in check, definitely setting boundaries, but finding themselves in a lot of emotional grief about these burdens that they're carrying from the past. Let's go ahead and read from this. Everyone in town looks up to the Guide of Cups. She's an esteemed midwife, or he is all about the fresh loose leaf tea and spends her or his Saturdays getting impressively up early to watch the sunrise. The Guide of Cups is an empowered empath we all aspire to be. She learned how to embrace her sensitivity while staying grounded in her sense of self. This is a feat. Her superpower is setting energetic and psychic boundaries, knowing what works for her and what doesn't, and communicating her needs clearly. The flip side is the ability to respect the boundaries of others, allowing people to have their own emotional experiences, recognizing that not everything is about her. For the Guide of Cups, self care is not a luxury but essential spiritual maintenance. She knows the only way to assess her highest level of wisdom is when she's in touch with her heart and spirit, not when she's running around rescuing other people. With the Guide of Cups, we see that existing as a sensitive being in a chaotic world is possible and are given the guidance we need to protect our spongy selves. So I kind of had this feeling here with the carrying burdens from the past. And now with this card speaking of running around saving other people. And then we have street circulation. So I feel like this is speaking of running around saving other people, kind of dealing with burdens that maybe might not fully be your own. Like you've got your feet on the pavement, sometimes maybe not setting boundaries for yourself that you should, that you end up getting tied into things that are affecting your energy, which affects how you're interacting with other people in your life too as well, and can definitely have a result as far as having trouble sleeping at night and those sorts of things, keeping you up at night, the stress and worry of burdens that, sometimes things come up from the past that you have to deal with, but sometimes we take on things that maybe we should have left behind or left in the past. You can't save everybody. And then we have hope, to wish, expect, or desire. And with your energy being affected here, it's affecting your hope for the future. Okay. So what is the answer? What is spirit encouraging you to do in regards to the situation specifically that is draining your energy? Because if you're up at night, can't sleep, losing hope, sacrificing yourself for other people, there's definitely got to be a better way. Spirit, what is the message for Aquarius? What is the advice here? Okay, so you're definitely feeling some loneliness and emptiness. And then we also have secrets in reverse. Codes, treasures, bribes, disguise. So there definitely have been some things that have been disguised or secrets kept in the past, and this may have to do with the burdens that you're keeping from the past. But it does seem like you are in an energy of loneliness at this time. Let's get one more. Also feeling rejected. Okay, so I do want to go ahead, going to pull an advice card. I think I'm going to go with Mystical Dream Oracle today for advice. And it may be some of these secrets potentially that are keeping you up at night and the burden of them. Spirit, what is the advice here for Aquarius today? Okay, we have the coma. Whoa, it's dropped all those. Coma symbolizes a temporary pause or detachment from reality, representing rest, reflection, or recovery. Dreaming of a coma suggests you're in a transition phase, needing to withdraw and recharge. It invites you to take a break, heal, and prepare for the challenges ahead. Though it feels like a pause, it's an opportunity for renewal. All right, well, that is the message today. Please subscribe, follow, and like this video. Till next time.